The next event in the pool is the medley, the first of the two. We're going to see the 200s, starting with the women, and some big names here right in the middle of the pool. Sydney Pickrem and Kelsey Waugh with a strong supporting cast.
Sydney Pickrem has been pre-selected for this event because she won the bronze medal at the World Championships at the last big world race in 2019. So in theory, she actually doesn't have to win this to go to the Olympic Games. She's already going in this event, but there's pride on the line. And again, she hasn't raced in over a year-long course either. So she wants to get a good race under her belt and rehearse for Tokyo. I just heard the drums. That means they're ready to introduce the athletes. We'll start with lane 9. You saw that list on the bottom of your screen. Aya Yanvier, 21-year-old from the Point Claire Swim Club that we were just talking about. There she is. She'll have lane number 9. She was in the final of the 100 back earlier this competition. Ella Jansen from Etobicoke Swim Club, another youngster, 15 years of age. From that club, we'll have lane number 8.
Swam a personal best in the heats.
And in lane number 7, Tessa Sapusha from Oakville, now training in Markham. Had a breakout year this year in the International Pro Swimming League, swimming for the Toronto Titans franchise. Mary Sophie Harvey, the 21-year-old from originally Trois Rivières, now training in CAMO, C-A-M-O. You can see it on her cap. That's the Centre Aquatic Montreal Olympique. It was a pool that was built for the Olympic Games. Kelsey Waugh made the Olympic qualifying time in the preliminaries in this event. She's already made the time in the 100-meter breaststroke, so really has a berth for the Olympics, probably. Sydney Pickrem, the woman we were talking about, 7 international medals already to her credit. One of the best individual medley swimmers, or as the swimmers say, IM, in the world. Bailey Anderson, a real late bloomer in the sport. Wasn't that well known as a teenager, but has really flourished at university. She'll have lane number 3. She wanted me to say she was from Smith Falls, Ontario. Ashley McMillan from Penticton, BC, will have lane number 2. Bailey Herbert from Langley, BC, will have lane number 1, the 18-year-old. And Nina Molden will have lane number 0. She actually is now living in the Chicago area. Her sister attends McGill, and Nina will be attending the University of Toronto in the near future.
So women's 200-meter IM, they'll start with the butterfly, then the backstroke, then the breaststroke, then come home with the freestyle. One length of the pool in each. And Sydney Pickrem is the bronze medalist from the World Championships in this event. She was 6th in Rio 5 years ago. She will be in lane 4. So 5 up from the bottom of the pool.
And there's Kelsey Waugh, good shot of her right next to her, out of Winnipeg, University of Manitoba graduate.
Take your marks.
And they start with the fly.
And you notice the good close-up there. About several years ago, they decided that the swimmers were having both feet in the front of the blocks and they were slipping if they put one behind. So it's now like track and field. There's a little wedge in the back of the blocks, and it really does help the swimmers get a better start. So those are your 2 favorites right there, ringed by those yellow lane ropes. Lane number 4 is Pickrem, and the next one on top of her, if you want to say it that way, is Kelsey Waugh in lane 5.
So now they will switch to the backstroke. Sydney Pickrem had the lead at 28:08.
And the interesting thing that happens in an individual medley is usually everybody has a bit of a weak stroke. Kelsey Waugh is a world-class breaststroker, as is Sydney Pickrem, so they both usually labor Kelsey more in the breaststroke, in the backstroke, I should say. But look at all of a sudden, way down here in lane number 2, Ashley McMillan has a brilliant backstroke. Not a bad breaststroker either. Tina Hoban does a fantastic job in Penticton, bringing out new young swimmers every single time there's an accident.
So Pickrem just ahead of McMillan as they switch to the breaststroke. The most technical of the strokes, Byron.
Absolutely difficult. This makes or breaks an individual medley. The people that can do the breaststroke are usually the ones that enter the individual medley. Making a big, big move in lane number 3. That's 4 from the bottom. Bailey Anderson from Smith Falls, Ontario, has a good breaststroke. She had a great breakout swim at a meet in the United States about 6 weeks ago. So she's in a position now to challenge for that Olympic berth.
Anderson has a personal best of just under 2:10, 2:09.99, was a bronze medalist medalist at the Pan Am Games in Lima. And now they go to the freestyle, and Sydney Pickrem is leading. And just to her right, it is Kelsey Wog. And it is Anderson trying to keep up.
Very good battle for second. They're going to make the time, so it's whoever's better of those two that's going to make it. It looks like Kelsey Wog has pulled ahead, but the veteran Pickrem has had this race in her back pocket the whole way.
Sydney Pickrem approaches. Who's going to get second? It's Pickrem for first. It's Wog for second. It's Anderson in third. Pickrem's time 2:09.24. Wog is again under the Olympic A standard. The second time today, she knocks 2 more seconds off of it. And Pickrem and Wog will most likely represent Canada in Tokyo. They are provisionally qualified.
Well, those two were in the top 8 at the World Championships as well. And that's in the 200-meter breaststroke. And interesting, Canada decided only one person would get to pre-qualify. So Sydney Pickrem pre-qualified. Kelsey Wog didn't. But there's that wedge. You can see I was talking about earlier where the swimmers get an extra little bit of a start. So Kelsey Wog really had to stand up and do it, and she did. She made it. I want to mention very briefly about Sydney as we watch her swim. That she grew up in the States. Her dad was a hockey player. She was born and raised in Dunedin, for you Blue Jay fans. That's their home park. And then went to school in Texas. But because of the pandemic, she had to move, and she drove up to Toronto at the end of December. She hit Canada with a snowstorm, and she'd never driven in snow in her life. Wow. And had to adjust very quickly to life here in Toronto. But it's done very well. She looks good, putting herself in a position to challenge for top spots once she gets to Tokyo. Getting this out of the way was very important.
Well, impressive by the top 4 swimmers. 3 of the top 4 under the Olympic A standard. In third place was Bailey Anderson, who had a nice charge down the stretch. And in fourth place in lane 6, Mary Sophie Harvey, who now has 3 top 5 finishes at this meet. So Sydney Pickrem, already pre-qualified in the 200 IM, not resting on her laurels, comes through with an impressive 2:09.24, and she is standing by with Devin Haru.
Thank you very much, Rob. With Sydney. Sydney, you were pre-selected for this event, but how important was it to come out here and put down a good time like you did?
Yeah, I mean, I'm in a kind of a weird spot with training, but I'm really happy with it right now, just to go and get back into racing and just try and execute a good race. Had no time that I wanted to do, no specific outcome goal, but just execute the best race I could today. And I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, those girls, I knew they were gunning for that time, so I knew they'd push me, and it is what it is, and I'm happy with it. It's a step in the process.
Byron mentioned it on the broadcast. We'll get into your trip from Texas to Toronto because I hear you hit a snowstorm. But let's go to your mom right now.
Hi, Mom.
Who's watching. Mom, we'll go to you. Yeah, we'll go to you, Mom. I know you would have loved to have been here, but what did it look like from your vantage point? I know Sydney was just talking about it. It's been a long haul navigating all of these restrictions and the training schedule and everything like that. What did it look like from your vantage point, Mom?
It looked great. It looked great from here. So she looked really, really strong. And she had talked to me a few days ago and said, I'm strong, I feel good. And I know she hadn't tapered or anything like that, so I know she wasn't too concerned about the time, but I knew she just needed to race and wanted to race. It's been so long. So you look great.
Thanks, Mom.
Sydney, in the midst of a pandemic where there have been all of these challenges, you've got the support of your mom. How much has this meant to you to have a team around you, to have the support of family and friends, to stay mentally focused on the task in front of you?
Oh, it means everything. You know, I haven't seen my mom in a long time. She's based in the States, so I can't really see her. She helped me move here. I called her, gave her 4 days notice and said I'm making the move to Toronto. But yeah, my team means everything. I miss my mom, I miss my brother. It's hard not being with them. The last 2 weeks have been tough. I lost someone who's like a second mom to me. Her service was a couple of days ago, but talking to their family, I just knew I needed to be here. I knew I needed to race. My last phone call was her making sure that I was going to push my best for the summer, and that's what I'm going to do. And, you know, the support of my team is everything. I couldn't do it without the High Performance Center adopted me in the family really quick. Ben, Ryan have been awesome. They have my regular weekly vent sesh because I'm pretty crazy and I just need to get my head on straight. But yeah, it means everything to me.
What a share. Thank you for that, Sydney. Mom, we'll go to you for the last word. When you hear your daughter talk about that and through all of this, a message to her as she sets her sights on Tokyo.
Well, she knows what she's doing. She's put in the hard work. Always has put in the hard work. She relies on people to help her, and she's just remarkable. She surprises me, and at the same time, I'm not surprised either how she does. So I'm very, very proud of you, Sydney. Good luck. Miss you terribly. Hopefully see you maybe in the fall.
Yeah, I love you. Bentley's waiting for you to get up here and to watch the Olympics from my house in Toronto. The best dog sitter on the planet is there. So I love you. I can't wait to see you. I don't know when, but it's coming.
To the both of you,
Can't wait to
thank
get
you.
back to Canada.
Thank you very much to the both of you. Congratulations,
Thank
Sydney.
you. Thanks, and Gig'em.